Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Griffin here, and today we're going to be revisiting a video that I made way back in March titled The Highest Paying Savings Accounts in 2019, parentheses for banks. Basically, we went over 4 different savings accounts that had the highest interest and best features and perks at the time. But like everything in life, things change over time. So I wanted to revisit this topic and basically give you guys an updated version of the most accurate information in regards to the highest paying savings accounts in Canada. Now, in that video, I did mention that typically I'm more interested in investing my funds actively in the markets instead of just putting it in a savings account to gain interest, because most of the time you're going to have a better return when you're investing in the markets. However, in some situations, I can absolutely understand the appeal to having a savings account where you just put your money and you're not exposed to the market fluctuations. Some examples could be if you're saving up for a down payment for a car, a vacation, or simply if you want to have an emergency fund, which I would absolutely recommend having. So if this is the case for you and you're saving up for a big expense or an emergency fund, why not take advantage of the highest interest rate possible for your funds? For this reason, as the title of the video would suggest, we're going to be going over 4 high interest savings accounts as of right now, going over the perks and features of each. But before we dive into the technicalities of each one, if you're interested in reading this information more in blog format instead of watching it in video format, head on over to my website, griffinmilks.com. There's a link down in the description for easy access where you can access this blog format article. And also make sure to check out all the other articles on my website. We talk about credit cards, investing, reviews of different investing applications, and a bunch of other awesome topics. So if that interests you, once again, make sure to check out the link down below. Also, if at any moment in the video you're enjoying the content, make sure to give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm and helps grow the channel. So the first high interest savings account that we're going to be looking at today is the EQ Bank Savings Plus account, which offers a 2.3% interest rate as well as a bunch of other perks and features. In the Canadian savings account arena, a 2.3% interest rate is definitely among the highest, and when compared to the savings interest rates of large banks, this interest rate absolutely blows competition out of the water. Each Savings Plus account from EQ Bank comes with a variety of perks and features that we're going to cover right now. First off, the savings account does not come with a required minimum balance and does not have any monthly fees for the account, meaning you can start with little and not worry about losing any money due to monthly fees. The next awesome feature is that this Savings Plus account comes with unlimited Interact e-transfers and unlimited bill payments, meaning that you can pay all your bills through this account and send as much money as you want to friends and family without incurring any additional fees. Now, unlimited bill payments is a pretty awesome feature, but I don't think that many people get excited about paying bills. However, the unlimited Interact e-transfer is really awesome in my opinion, because a lot of the other competing large banks will have a maximum of say 2 to 5 Interact e-transfers, and after that they charge you roughly $1.25 all the way up to $3 for some banks. Following this perk, we have unlimited EFT transfers, unlimited EQ to EQ bank transfers, as well as unlimited daily withdrawals. Finally, this is a fully digital bank, so you can do all your banking online, which is really convenient, and your funds are CDIC insured, meaning that all your funds are going to be safe. So basically, if you open an EQ Bank Savings Plus account, you're looking at getting 2.3% interest on all your funds placed within that account and no monthly fees at all. If you're interested in reading my full EQ Bank review in blog format, there's a link down in the description. The second high interest savings account that we're going to cover today is the Wealthsimple 2% high interest savings account, which I have made a bunch of videos on in the past, but I absolutely wanted to include it in today's video because of the perks and features that I really like and that we're going to cover right now. So straight off the bat, as the title of this savings account would suggest, the bank account offers a 2% savings rate, which is lower than EQ Bank's 2.3% savings rate, but I still think it's an awesome bank account due to Wealthsimple's mobile application, ease of use, and user interface. Wealthsimple is a company that's been gaining a lot of popularity over the last couple of years in the Canadian market due to their awesome application and user interface, which I must say is really simple to use. All of your accounts with Wealthsimple, whether they be investment accounts, registered investment accounts, savings accounts, and other types of accounts, are all presented to you under the same dashboard in their mobile application or web tool, and this really simplifies transferring money in between one account or the other. The account has no required minimum balance and comes with no monthly fees, and on top of that, you can have unlimited deposits and withdrawals within the account. However, one major downside to Wealthsimple's 2% savings account compared to, say, the EQ Bank Savings Plus account is that you can't send Interac e-transfer. So if that's one of the main ways that you pay people, whether it be your landlord or pretty much any other bill, this could potentially be a downside for you. I also want to mention one last really cool nugget of information here. Although it's not directly related to the savings account, Wealthsimple just bought out the Canadian income tax company Simple Tax. So although more information is yet to be released about what this partnership is going to entail, paying taxes in tax season could potentially become even more seamless. All right, so now on to the third high interest savings account on today's list. It is Modus Bank's high interest savings account, which boasts a 2.1% interest rate. As with the two bank accounts that we just covered, Modus Bank is an online only bank, meaning that all your services are going to be delivered to you over the web. Now, unlike Wealthsimple's 2% savings rate, which is fixed, Modus Bank's 2.1 savings rate is variable, but nonetheless, it should remain high above 2% in order to remain attractive to customers. Once again here, there is no minimum required balance and no monthly fees associated with this account. Your funds are also CDIC insured up to $100,000, and there are unlimited debited purchases and withdrawals from the account. One thing that is pretty cool about the Modus Bank high interest savings account above the two others that we just covered is that you will receive a debit card with this bank account, and subsequently you will have access to over 3,700 exchange networks no fee ATMs across Canada. Modus Bank has an agreement with a variety of other banks basically where you can withdraw funds from an ATM at a different institution and you still won't have to pay any withdrawal fees. And finally, the last savings account that we're going to cover on today's list is Tangerine's high interest savings account, which currently has a 2.75% promotional interest rate for the first 6 months of use if you open up an account before October 31st, 2019. It is important to know, however, that the interest rate will drop to 1.1% after the 6-month promotional period, but nonetheless, I still thought that it was worth mentioning on today's list because Tangerine Bank has a lot of really good perks and features, and they also have a really good MasterCard. Once again, the account has no required minimum balance and comes with no monthly fees. If you're watching this video after October 31st, 2019, I would probably just go with one of the three banks we mentioned earlier because you're going to be able to take advantage of a higher interest rate over a longer period of time. However, at that point in time, after October 31st, there might be another promotional rate at that time. So basically just play it by ear and choose the bank account that you think is right for yourself. All right, so each of the 4 savings accounts that we just covered are great options in my opinion, and each one come with their positives and negatives. If you're saving up for a down payment, a trip, or even an emergency fund, these are definitely going to be the best options for you. And otherwise, if you already have a pretty good cushion of savings, consider starting to invest your funds in, say, a TFSA account or an RRSP account. Make sure to check out all the other videos on my channel where we talk about investing in detail in different dividend investments, stocks, ETFs, and a bunch of other stuff. Finally, if you want to read this information in blog format, make sure to check out the link down below. It's going to bring you directly to the specific article, and like this video if you enjoyed it and found value. It really helps me out to grow the channel. And finally, subscribe to the channel if you're interested in learning more about savings accounts, credit cards, investments, investing your money in different registered accounts, and a bunch of other topics. And on that note, I will see you in the next video. So if you haven't been on my website yet, when you refresh the page, this is essentially what you're going to be presented with. It's just kind of like a blog slash personal website where I put most articles that I have on my YouTube channel. So for example, you can see here TFSA versus RRSP versus cash account. This is in fact an actual video I made on my YouTube channel. So essentially what I'm trying to do here is have a variety of different topics that are in blog format because some people like to read more than watch videos. So I've divided up the content into different categories here, such as banking, investing, money management, online businesses, my resources, my bookshelf, and then easy money. So not all of the categories yet are filled up because I haven't made content for them yet, or at least I haven't made the actual blog posts for them. But nonetheless, I have a lot of content here that I think is going to interest you guys, especially if you like the content that's on my YouTube channel. So for example, you can see here under credit cards, I have check credit score. So this is going to be an article about how you can go about checking your credit score the easiest and quickest way. And as you can see here, I've embedded most of my videos here so that you can also watch them while you are reading my blog post. So this one here is about Credit Verify. It's a video I made recently that's really awesome. It's had a lot of great engagement. And if we go back to the main page here, you're gonna see that I also have embedded here. Actually, these I need to change because they're out of date now, but I've also embedded a lot of my best YouTube videos here, so you can check them out on the actual website. And once again, back to the blog posts here.